Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Chronicle, where I talk about my daily life, weekly goals, and the overarching plot of my life. If you're wondering why I look like a total weirdo right now, it's because last week you guys got to see how I looked when I was working at Hugo T. Hold on, let me double check the right microphone. Okay, last week you guys got to see what I looked like while I was working at Hugo T. So I was like, next week, how about I show them how I look at work, which is like a total freak weirdo. Um, Now, I know all of this looks totally insane, so don't worry, I won't be wearing it for the whole thing. But this is what I wear at work. The hairnet, that's standard, that's required. Everyone has to wear a hairnet. Even if you wear a hat, you still have to wear a hairnet, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it makes sense just to make sure. Now, the mask, so as you guys know, I have a beard now, so I used to not wear this. And of course, if I have a beard, or facial hair, I have to wear a beard net. The thing is I don't like the beard net. I don't. It's just too. It's like it's really big, and it occupies more of my peripheral. And also, if there's any fan or something going, it'll get kind of blown around. And then also, like it kind of smells really bad, and I feel like I can taste it too, which sucks. Um, so I like the mask. I like the mask better. And everyone was like, "You like the mask more than the beard net?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I like it. I just like the mask more." And also my headphones, of course, I don't want to be, raw dog in an 8 hour shift. That would be terrible. So I've got headphones. And now I put this thing on my headphones, and people were like, "What's this thing on your headphones?" It's a cushion. Because these headphones, they kind of suck. They're mid at best. And they're very, very uncomfortable on the top of my head. So you can't see it because of this added cushion. That's what this is. But for some reason, there's like a little notch in the top pad of the headphones. I don't know if that's for style or if it just has a purpose, but it makes the headphones very uncomfortable to wear for more than like 2 minutes at a time. Because I think it like focuses the pressure onto a point, and then it'll start to hurt after like 2 minutes if I don't constantly adjust it. So I got a little cushion for that, so it's not quite as uncomfortable. Anyway, I'm gonna take all this off now. Ugh, there we go. Anyway, so that's what I look like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, pretty much. Of course, I take it off during breaks and whatever. But I mean, I feel like I'm almost unrecognizable. I remember like a while ago when the guy from youth group came to my work to visit or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, I thought I saw you, but I couldn't, tell because of the mask and the hairnet." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." Anyway, today I woke up after about like 6 hours of sleep, I think, or something like that. Which sounds bad, but it was fine because I took melatonin. Also, I did wake up a couple times before then, but I didn't really stay awake, which is good. And I'm kind of getting into a habit of staying up way later than I should. It's currently midnight 09. So I should definitely have been in bed by now because I've got to get up at 7:30 tomorrow. I'm hoping it'll be okay. I think it can't be that bad, but I mean, we're gonna find out. Oh boy, we're gonna find out. Anyway, so I woke up, went to work. Work was fine. Nothing really to report there. My coworkers said that they missed me. They noticed my absence, which is cool. Good to know I mean something. Um, One thing that was funny, Ink was like, "You were gone and nobody took out the trash, nobody took out the recycle," because that's usually what I do while I'm there at the end of the day. And then another coworker was like, "Oh, we've got boxes." And I usually restock boxes at the end of the day. She was like, "We were constantly running out of boxes while you were gone because no one was restocking them." And I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense." Yeah, I don't know why no one does my jobs when I'm gone. Granted, I'm not gone very often, so maybe that's why they just kind of forget. But it's sometimes I do those little things that you would think a fairy would do. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a reel that said exactly that. It said doing all the things that my coworkers think a little fairy does at work, and then one of them would be like, replacing the receipt paper in the machine. So yeah, I'm the little fairy that replaces the boxes and takes the trash and the recycle out so that it doesn't pile up. Anyway, work was good. After that, I came home, played Helldivers, had some food, had some leftovers. Played a lot of Helldivers, played a lot of Minecraft. That was all well and good. I made a little bit more progress on my house. I also went on a run for about 15, I think like exactly 17 minutes. Not as far as I wanted to go, but that was fine. I think the park I went to last time was too far, especially for my maybe out of shapeness. Um, but yeah, so the run was really good until I got halfway, And then on the way back, there was a huge uphill, right? Of course, on the way there, it would be a huge downhill, but on the way there back, it was a huge uphill. So that kind of totally cooked me. I had to walk after that for a little bit. And then, but like before that, like all the way up to the point, I was feeling good. Like I was feeling surprisingly good. My shins were hurting a little, which makes sense. I did have shin splints back when I ran track. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping those don't come back if I do try running. I'm thinking I'm gonna maybe try the apartment complex gym. I know they've got like a cycle machine because, like I said, I don't really like running. But I think maybe I could like do the cycle machine, the bicycle machine for like an hour and just put on a podcast. Now that seems like a lot compared to the amount I've done recently, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because like I feel like I can bike for like ever. Because like and especially on like the cycling machine, if you're tired, you just slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you're running, if you're tired, walk. It's fine. Um, yeah, but the run wasn't bad. Pretty good even. After that, came home, showered. I didn't play Helldivers. What did I do after that? I can't remember. I practiced electric guitar. Did my dailies. So we're 2 for 2 so far. Hopefully we can keep that up. I did add a new goal for this week actually. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my acne still exists, which bothers me a lot. Um, like I know you can see this spot right here, right there. That one was awful. And there's a couple other like just see like just discolorations right like on my face. And the beard has not helped with acne, which I guess makes sense. So I'm thinking for this week I'm going to wash my face every day. Usually I only do it every other day whenever I shower. But I'm thinking every day can't be that bad. Because pretty much it would just be like doubling the amount of times I wash my face. Because I already do it 50% of the time, you know what I'm saying? Because every other day I shower. So I'm like, okay, every day. I'm thinking after work would be a good time to wash my face. Because like I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to do it right before bed. I would like to do that because then I'm going to bed with a clean face. You know, I don't leave any residue on the pillow. But at the same time, then my face would feel weird because after I wash my face, then it gets dry, so I gotta moisturize it, and so then the moisturizer needs time to soak in before it feels like my regular skin again. That way, my face doesn't feel like sticky on the pillow. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm way over time. I'm pretty sure that's everything for today, and I will see you all tomorrow, Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. One thing I couldn't stop thinking about was about how yesterday I said I did my dailies and I was 2 for 2. That was because I thought yesterday was Tuesday, but today is Tuesday. Um, so I just got off Minecraft for several hours because today, after work, me and my coworkers went into the Nether to go raid a Nether fortress. Now, if you don't know Minecraft, that's a very dangerous thing to do. And it was very dangerous. I think I died. How many times did I die in there? I think it was just once. Yeah, I think I only died once, fortunately, while I was in there. But my other coworkers died multiple times. So we did end up losing a lot of stuff. But it was worth it because we really got the most crucial part, which was the nether wart, which we need to grow potions, or to make potions. So now we can grow that at home, and then we can make potions, which will greatly help, with further, like, everything. Also, I was like, okay, we got the nether wart. What do we do next? And it was the happy ghast. So a ghast is a mob in Minecraft. It's a giant kind of ghastly creature. It kind of looks like imagine a big square ghost, right? Because it's Minecraft, and it's got 9 little tentacles dangling off the bottom of it. So those are in the Nether, and they shoot fireballs out of their mouth at you, and they scream at you. A happy ghast is is you can find near fossils, you can find a dried ghast. And if you take it with you up to the surface and you dunk it in water for 20 minutes, then it becomes a happy ghast. And then you can put a harness on it, and you and up to 3 other players can ride around on it. And it's really cool. It is really slow, though. So that kind of sucks, but it's really cool novelty. And also, it took us so long. We didn't actually end up finding it. We had to craft it by getting 8 ghast tears, which, by the way, are not easy to get because you got to kill ghasts, at least 8, and it's not a guaranteed drop. So we killed probably over a dozen ghasts, and then we ended up getting enough ghast tears to make a dried ghast to then get our own happy ghast. Um, yeah, that was all we did in Minecraft. It was a lot of fun playing with everyone online together, going into the Nether and laying siege to the fortress and getting Nether wart and a happy ghast. I'm so tired. I'm kind of sleep deprived. Um, Maybe like a little bit. I think I slept for like 6 hours and I was fine. or I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and go to bed earlier tonight. It's currently 11:06, so as long as we go to bed before midnight, I think we're good. Hold on, I'm trying to get back up here. Yeah, so I didn't really do anything today. Ugh. Other than that, which is it's fine, I guess. Um, cause yeah, it feels like I did something. I played a whole lot of Minecraft, and we got potions. We got stuff for potions, and we got a happy guest. Um, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I guess I could try something. I could try doing something fulfilling. I haven't done my dailies, haven't practiced, but it's okay because I got the week off from lessons for spring break. That I mentioned how my spring break is happening for music lessons, so I was gonna try and do guitar catch up this week. Haven't done that yet, and I'm too tired to do that today. But this is the second day, and there's like 7 in the week, so we can still get like 5 days out of 7, and then hopefully be caught up by the end of the week. Looking forward to that. Assuming I muster the will and strength to do that. Also, check this out. Gross, right? So this is mac and cheese. It's green, and then these are hot dogs. So mac and cheese and hot dogs, or as I like to call it, dogs and mac, I'm pretty sure it counts as a struggle meal. But also, it's super high in like protein. Because the box that's not, you see how that's green? That's not what I usually buy. But the box that I usually buy has something crazy like 48 grams of protein in like the whole box of mac and cheese, right? So what I do is when I make dogs and mac, I make the mac and cheese, and then I put it in a Tupperware because I don't usually eat all of it. So I make the mac and cheese, put it in a Tupperware, and also halfway through the macaroni being cooked, I throw the hot dogs in there in the boiling water with there, so it's all hot and nice when it comes out, and it's ready to be mixed. So that you combine the mac and cheese and the hot dogs, cut the hot dogs into like little bits because then they're better. Um, and then you've got dogs and mac, and I put it in that Tupperware, and I eat about half of it usually, and then I'm full, and then I put the other half away. So, big sadness recently. Aldi stopped carrying the mac and cheese that I've been buying, and it's advertised as like fancy mac and cheese. And I mean, just looking at the macros on it, oh yeah, and it's also like a few dollars a box per the Kraft mac and cheese, which is like $1 a box. And I had originally given up on dogs and mac the first time because I did use some cheap Kraft mac and cheese, right? I was like, this mac and cheese is gross and I don't like it. So I was like, okay, let's try this fancy white mozzarella, or no, it was like white cheddar, black pepper, fancy gourmet mac and cheese that they've got at Aldi. And it was actually really good. They had that white cheddar black pepper, and they also had I think it was a smoked Gouda, which if you don't know, I love smoked Gouda cheese. So I usually have those with my dogs and mac. But they stopped carrying them at Aldi, and I'm like, how am I supposed to have my dogs and mac? I don't know what other brand of mac and cheese I like. There's this organic stuff kind of at Aldi, and I'm like, that looks gross and probably doesn't taste good. This one is green because it's pesto, and I like pesto, but I don't think I like this level of pesto because this whole thing is pesto, right? All this green mac and cheese is pesto, right? I've had pesto on like sandwiches, and like I said, I like it. I really do. But I think it's just way too much there. I did pick up another. It's that same brand, probably like the last that they carried. It was like a mushroom, right? So like how it's all like fancy gourmet. It was like mushroom flavored with like mushroom bits in it, and I was like I don't like mushrooms. Okay, I know that for a fact. It's been years since I've tried one, but for some reason, when my brain saw that packaging, it was like, you're gonna like that. And unfortunately, I should say, I didn't trust that little part of my brain. I don't know why. I was like, nah, I know that I like pesto, and I know that I don't like mushrooms. Therefore, it makes more sense to make the pesto mac instead of the mushroom mac. Even though my brain was like, it was literally like, it's just kind of some divine intellect, divine intelligence that was like, you're gonna like that mac and cheese. And then I didn't listen to it. So I still have the mac and cheese, but I don't have the dogs. I don't got the dogs for my mac. So how am I supposed to make dogs and mac with no dogs? You know what I'm saying? Mac, no dogs? That's just mac. Anyway, I really did want to talk about how I can't make dogs and mac anymore until I find new mac for the dogs and mac. I haven't washed my face yet. I should do that, and then I'll feel fulfilled for the day. Or maybe I'll do my dailies because they're not that hard. I just gotta like write a little bit in a book, and then have an apple and some honey, and then I think that's it. Anyway, I am so tired. Goodness gracious. Um, Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, Wednesday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. Well, let me try something real quick. That did not work. Um, so today after work, I played outside with Ink. It was a lot of fun. We played badminton, and then after that, we went on the swings, and after that, we just played on the playground a little bit, and then we went home, and then I was super tired after that. I had a smoothie. And now, usually, sometimes when I make a smoothie is what I consider like a little bit too much food. Like, usually, it's fairly hard to finish an entire smoothie, right? Um, Also, I'm just noticing the red discolorations on my neck. That is from the cat. The cat was laying on my chest earlier and making biscuits right on my neck, which was a little annoying, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah, so the smoothie's a little bit too much food, but it was fairly easy to finish it. And then also, like, I ate the smoothie, and then I took a shower, and then after that, I was hungry again, which is surprising because there is so much protein in the smoothie I make. It had like 2 cups of milk, it had 4 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, which is about half a cup, I think. It had a scoop of protein powder, which is 25 grams protein, and then I think that's all the protein about that was in it. There was like frozen fruit, um, and like a little bit of honey, but there's not much protein in there, I think. Anyway, so I was hungry again, and then I didn't eat anything for a little while, and I played a mission of Helldivers because I was so tired, and I wanted to do things, but I was too tired. And I was like, maybe if I'm a bit happier, I'll be less tired. So I played a mission of Helldivers, and that was good. And then I was still tired after that. I was like, well, gosh, diddly darn it, I don't know what to do anymore. But I was hungry. I was very hungry. And I was doing this on purpose because recently I bought a tin of sardines, sardines and soybean oil. Remember how I was talking about eating that? I did. I ate it. I ate the whole thing. I was surprised. Wasn't entirely sure if I could, especially because when I pulled the tab off, the tab actually came off without opening the tin. So I was like, gosh darn it. So what I did was I just got some pliers and I just wrenched it open. And then the sardines, they're really gross looking. They look disgusting. They still got the fins on there, man. Like you can tell that's just a whole fish that they cut the head and the very tail fin off of, and then they packed it in there. And have you guys heard the phrase packed like sardines? They were packed in there. I mean, they were squished in there. There were several, maybe half a dozen at least, some bigger than others. Um, I can't tell if I'm hearing actual ringing or if that's just my ears. Um, Anyway, so I had the whole tin of sardines. It was the texture and flavor was really not bad. It was just the fact that it was so gross. It was just so gross. It was like, wow, that's just a fish that they crammed in there. Yeah, totally disgusting looking. I was like halfway through and I was like, my stomach feels like I kind of want to vomit because this is so gross looking. But I didn't. It's okay. I finished the tin. Like I said, yeah, the flavor and texture really wasn't bad. It just looks totally gross. And anyway, that was like the most recent thing I did before recording this. It's currently 12:05. I'm making this bad habit of staying up late. I'm not even doing much. Um, but I mean, I sleep easier, so that's good. It does make the regular day, like just at work, just a little bit harder. Maybe that's also why I'm so tired because I didn't sleep a whole lot. How much did I sleep for? I think I slept for like the usual amount. Oh, yawn. Okay. Um, yeah, I think I slept for like the usual amount, which is like around 7 hours. Now at least. Because, like I said, 8 hours of sleep is fine, but I don't, like, when I get 8 hours of sleep, I usually don't fall asleep very easy. When I stay up a little bit later, it's easier to fall asleep, which is the main problem. But yeah. Also, my hair looks okay. I did the middle part, and I applied the hairspray where I usually do, and it doesn't look too bad. Again, I don't love the way this looks right now. I prefer the shape where it's like the middle has a little bit more volume and then it kind of goes down and then back, right? Because I like it. I like this going back. Because I feel like if this doesn't go back, then I start to look like Matthew Mercer. Have I said that before? I think I have at least once. Yeah, because I feel like this kind of this top needs to go back a little bit, and then that kind of gives it the shape that I want. Kind of, not really, because it's okay. Um, yeah, I think that was everything I did today. Um, yeah. Oh, also I did a little bit of guitar catch up. We are so close to getting that done. Um, yeah, I did something today. I ate sardines, played outside, and caught up on guitar. And I'll see you all tomorrow, Thursday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday. Goodness gracious, I am so tired. I just got out of the shower, haven't even put my glasses back on. Um, Normally, I don't like showering 2 days consecutively, but it was really hot today. So I got really sweaty at work. And then after that, I went to Surfer Girls to help her unpack and settle into her new apartment. So I also got sweaty while I was there. And I was also super, super duper tired. I was literally like trying not to fall asleep while I was there. I was just so tired. I think it's because like I don't want. I don't know if like sleep deprivation is quite the accurate term. But as you guys know, I have been staying up later and losing a little bit of sleep. And now that's fine, like every now and then. But I think that doing that pretty much for like the last 2 weeks, maybe at this point, it's just caught up to me a little bit. So I'm recording this like my last couple entries were at like midnight. Right now it's 10:30. I did want to do my dailies and I did want to do like whatever, but I'm just so tired. Anyway, work was good. Work was fine. Lunch fine. Like I said, after that, I went straight to Surfer Girls to help her move and unpack. Well, unpack and settle in, I should say, because she'd already been moved in. But yeah, I was there. We did that. It was a lot of fun. And now I'm really tired. So I think I'm just gonna brush my teeth, do my journal entry, and then I think that should be everything I need to do before going to sleep. I could make lunch for tomorrow, or I could just buy lunch tomorrow, which is fine because I rarely ever do that. I only do that in situations where it's like, oh, it's Friday, last day of the week. I ran out of stuff to make for lunch, so I'll just go buy lunch today. So that's probably how tomorrow will go, and that's fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, Friday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday. It was a full day, so I'm gonna try and keep it short today. Also, it's finally hot enough to wear tank tops again, so I get to wear a tank top. Sweet. That's gonna be fun tomorrow. Today was a pretty full day, kind of. I kind of loaded it up from the get-go. I don't know why this is going. Why are you on right now? Who turned you on? I don't know. Anyway, um, today after work was good. Stayed late labeling bags. Well, on time technically. After that, I went straight to my dad's house to do laundry. Did laundry, watched a movie, Mickey 17, really good actually. Um, there was this one sex scene that just seemed like it lasted for a little bit too long. Other than that, I don't really have any critiques on it. A pretty good movie. After that, so I did actually, the winter goal of roasting an apple over a fire. So technically, the first day of spring is today. But I was like, I might as well. I remembered that my dad has fire pits. He has a couple like ones that are like a piece of furniture that you can move. Um, and I was like, I totally forgot about that. So that would have been like I could have just done that at any time, way easier. And I just forgot that he had those. Also, I have my retainers in. Sorry. Um, so watched the movie, did laundry, roasted the apple over the fire. It was pretty gross. The smoke turned it a gray color, which was so unappetizing. I took a few little bites, and honestly, I think it actually worked to where it did kill whatever I was allergic to. But like it was just kind of I didn't eat much because I was like, oh, this looks really gross. Yeah, so I probably won't be doing that in the future. But it was a fun little experiment. And after that, oh yeah, also Ink came with me to Dad's to do laundry. So after that, we went back home. We stopped by QT on the way to get White Claws. I'd never had a White Claw before. I'd heard they're terrible. But sometimes, even when everyone says that something is terrible, I still want to try it for myself just to get the experience, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say White Claws are terrible. They kind of just like, they taste like sparkling water, but with alcohol in them. Now, the thing is, you can't taste the alcohol, which is good, but there's not much flavor otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's like it really is just like sparkling water, and it also gets you drunk. Um, I would not go for it though, like at a party. Like I'd try and find something else. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not great. It's like a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's so just middle of the road. You know what I'm saying? Um, And earlier today, my coworker was like, "Hey, I heard you and Ink are drinking tonight." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You want to play Minecraft?" And I was like, "Sure," because you guys know me and my coworkers have a realm on Minecraft. Um, so he was like, "You wanted to play Minecraft instead?" And I was like, "Sure." So anyway, I get back. It's like 9 p.m. and I'm like, "Hey, is anyone on?" No response. Um, I crack open a White Claw. I log on to. Well, I tried logging on to Minecraft. Ink logs on first. He says no one's online. I'm like, "Yeah, no one's online." She was like, "Do you want to play Snipper Clips instead?" Because that was actually our original plan, was to play Snipper Clips and then have White Claws for the first time, because she never tried them either. Um, I was like, "Sure." So I charged the Switch. We go out, have a cigarette while it's charging. I only had one. She had like three. That's fine, no problem. Um, and then we come in. We play Snipper Clips. We play some Snipper Clips. We have a drink. It's a lot of fun. Then she's like, "Hey, I really want Taco Bell. Do you want Taco Bell?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah, I want Taco Bell." So she had hardly had anything to drink at that point. She had like a couple of sips because she had the nicotine. She had the cigarettes, not the alcohol yet, right? So she's fine to drive. So we go to Taco Bell. We get Taco Bell. It's great. Tastes great. So amazing. Love Taco Bell. The taste. Um, we come back. We play a little bit more game, and now we're here. It's 1 in the morning. I've got Bible study at 10 in the morning, so I'm trying to make it to there on time. Um, and I think that was about all that happened today. Snipper clips, White Claws, Friday night. Very fun. Um, yeah. Also, for some reason, my Minecraft launcher is not working, which means I can't play Minecraft. I don't know why. It's just not connecting to the internet. I know my computer's on internet. It's super easy to test that. All I do is launch Chrome and then click on something. Um, so yeah, I don't know what the heck is the deal with that. I tried reinstalling it. I tried repairing it, resetting it in settings. Could not get it to work. Anyway, I think that's all for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Saturday. It feels like it's Saturday right now. I don't know why. Whenever I have too much fun in one day, it feels like a weekend. Or like whenever I stay up late, it feels like a weekend. Um, but it's not. It's Friday. Well, I guess Friday night counts as a weekend. But when I say weekend, I mean Saturday and Sunday. So it feels like Saturday, even though it's not. Well, it technically is because it's 1 in the morning, but technically it's not Saturday, but it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, see you Saturday. Hello, and welcome to Saturday. Let me double check my microphone because I just do that now, and I always have. Today, I woke up to my alarm at 9:30. Slept great until my alarm woke me up. Um, yeah, and then I went straight to Bible study, which was fine, which is good, all well and good. That was the last Bible study that we're having on a Saturday. Next week's going to be on a Wednesday, and then I think we're going to figure out where we're going to take it from there. Um, they were talking about pushing around the time. If they happen to put it on a Thursday evening, I will be unable to attend, which is which I kind of want. Hear me out. So I never I never wanted to go to Bible study. um, but I was like, my whole life, I always avoid socializing. Why? I don't like it. Why? I mean, I won't explain it. It's a perfectly normal thing to want to avoid. And but like socializing is like vegetables. And this is a figurative. This is just for the analogy. But like vegetables in this analogy, no one likes eating vegetables. No one wants to eats vegetables. They don't taste very good, but they're good for you, right? And that's kind of what socializing is to me. I don't want to, and I don't like it, but I think it's good for me. I think that's why I kept doing track in high school, especially because I was terrible at track in high school. It was the socializing I think was good for me as a person, and I think the Bible study is doing the same thing. But yeah, I never actually wanted to go. But it was just in the moments when the guy invited me, it was really hard to say no. And then there was a text from the guy that leads it, and he was like, "If you want to not be a part of the Bible study group, then say so that I don't add you to the next one." And then I never said the no to that, which is what I should have said. I should have said, "Hey, I don't want to do this." Um, yeah, but I mean, it's all well and good. Yeah. So then Bible study, came back, ate half a smoothie. Then I went to Surfer Girls to help her unpack a little bit more, move some more furniture around. That was nice. That was fun. Did that for a few hours, and then I came back, had a sandwich, got groceries. I got a day planner. Check it out. Also, is are day planners like a feminine thing? Because there was a lot. They seem to be marketed towards women, just judging by all the little decorations they had all over the day planners. So I got this one. It's this nice pastel pink. I don't know if you can tell from the lighting, but it's a pastel pink. I also think it's really funny just to have overtly feminine things, just to own overtly feminine things as a man. Great example of this, my phone case, right? Like, no one's gonna look at this and be like, oh, that's a man's phone case. They're gonna think it's a girl's phone case. And I think that's hilarious because it's like, you look at me and you're like, oh, look, here's my phone case. And they're like, they hit you with one of those. Um, but yeah, so it's this nice pastel pink. And I spent way too long looking at the day planners because for some reason, they're all weird, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like they start on weird months. They were starting in April or July exclusively, like all of them. And they would go for like 15 months. And I'm like, "What? Like is this something I'm not aware of as someone who didn't own date planners before? Is it normal to just start in like the middle of the year and then go until like almost the middle of the year, but like after that? Like I don't understand. Like they were from like July to like April. Some of them would start in July, and I'm like, why would I want one that starts several months later? Why would I want that? Now, some started in April. That makes sense. We've got 8 more days, or I think 9 until April. But I was like, I need one now. I'm still gonna have one more weekend, and I'm primarily buying these things for the weekend. Um, like between now, I've only got like one weekend, which is what I need to do to have this for between now and April. So I was like, okay, I could buy one that starts in April. But also, I was looking through them, and a lot of them just had a lot of stuff that I didn't really want. So this one, take a look at this one. It's got a lot of stickers in it, and there's just like symbols. One's like there's a smiley face, there's a party hat, there's a fork and knife and plate, and then there's just like some say birthday, event, travel, party, appointment. Lots of stickers that I probably won't use. Actually, there's months. There's stickers for the months. I'm probably gonna use those. Um, then it's got like this book belongs to. It's got calendars of months. Um, it's got like some notes here, and then here we've got graph. It looks like graph paper. It's just like lined gridded paper. A lot of them had that. I don't know why. And then you've got one more page of notes, and then you've got the whole month laid out. And then you've got there on the side it says priority, and it's got more of this weird dotted looking paper pattern kind of thing. No idea what that is for or means, or even you do with. And this one says week of, and then you've got your whole week here. So this was the closest thing I could find to what I wanted. And what I realized I wanted was the day planner that my stepmom got me way back, if you guys can remember that on the Chronicle. And I didn't use that like a whole lot. Like I did end up using the whole thing, which is good. But like not like a whole lot. But like I liked the way it was formatted. I was looking through all of the day planners that were there, and I was like, I don't like the way these are formatted. A lot of them included very repetitive, writing. Like you'd have to write the date. You'd have to write any information from the previous page onto the next page, right? And I wanted one that was pretty much just like the one I had. I want one page, one day. It's got all these things. It's got like it's literally just like lined, like doing these things today. Then it's got like meals. I can remember the format fairly well, and I would hope you guys remember. I think you guys remember what it looks like. But yeah, so this one's not too bad. It's got like the week of, and then we've got the whole. We've essentially got 1 week on these 2 pages, and there's I think like 4 until it goes into the next. Oh wait, how many is there? Wait, what the heck? There's so many. What? This is way more than 1 month. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so this is an undated one, which is good because, all the other ones started in like April. Yeah, but anyway, I took way too long looking at them because I couldn't find one that I liked the format of, and then I was like, well, what I really want is the one that I had before. But it turns out that that's not a common format for day planners to be in. And anyway, I know I've been talking about these recently, day planner. Getting one recently, but if you don't know, I've been thinking about getting one of these because on the weekends I end up having a lot of free time and I don't know what to do and I end up doing nothing. And then that sometimes kind of happens on weekdays, but I am getting quite good at filling my time. Like this week, I feel like if you saw my bed behind me, I think it was unmade today and yesterday and maybe previous days in the week as well. And I feel like I've been a little bit of a mess this week, but I think it's just because I haven't been home a lot. And like the thing is, I was trying to remember. I was like, what the heck did I even do this week? Like, I had to go double check my journal to see what I did. I was like, was I just like what even was going on? Because like I haven't been doing my dailies. I haven't been doing like I did. I have been doing a couple guitar catch up, which I really wanted to work on this week. Um, I know I have done that a couple times so far. So like I said, we're like this close. It's just like I can play all the stuff. Okay, I just need to commit it to memory, which is the hardest part. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I feel like I've been a mess, but like really, I don't have like I've got laundry, clean laundry in a basket over there, and then my bed's unmade. But like other than that, I've got a couple things on my desk, I guess. But like so then there's like books I need to give back to Pouty. That's kind of like the only mess that I've got really, with just two books. But yeah, goodness gracious, I almost hit myself in the face with that. Yeah, I got a day planner. I think I could roll it out as soon as tomorrow, maybe. But also, I was like, my journal is full of lined paper, like exclusively. I could just use that. I could just write day plan and then whoop, 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 whoop. Because I mean, like, my journal is already pretty much just what I did that day. So I could maybe, I could. Oh, actually, yeah. What I could do is like one page day plan, the next page the actual entry. That could be cool. Um, yeah, because really all I want is the lines. You know, I just want some lines of like to do today, just like my previous one did. Like that's my main goal. You know what I'm saying? That's my main goal right there. That's what I need. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll use this tomorrow, but I'll probably start next week. Get that out of here. Anyway, this has gone on for way longer than it was supposed to, but it's fine. Did I even talk about everything I did today? I think I almost got there before I got on this day planner sidetrack. It was Bible study, hang out with Surfer Girl, groceries, came back. I went on a run. I think I did something before that. I feel like there was one thing I did, I swear. I can't remember. I think I just ate. Anyway, went on a run. It was good, actually. I do want to talk about that, but this is well, I'm way over time on this one, so I guess I'll talk about it tomorrow. Um, and then I came back and showered. New filter for my shower head. So my Eskin, that's what it's called, the Eskin shower filter. Quite a nice product, by the way. The first one I got, maybe a little defective, if I'm being quite honest. Um, but I still have it. They didn't ask for it back. Like, okay, that's kind of odd. Now I have a defective shower head, and it's not that defective. It's just like it's just got a little bit of a leak. Okay, and it's not even like that bad. I think. I'm wondering if Surfer Girl wants it. Because no hate to her, she is totally broke. So I'm like, maybe she wants a nice shower head. It is a nice shower head, and it's a shower filter. And I mean, they were advertising the shower filter as just so incredibly healthy, as it makes her hair better, it makes her skin better, it makes her whole life better, right? They were going on and on about the benefits of having a shower filter, and I have heard of people getting shower filters before. I know my mom had a shower filter back when we lived in the duplex. I would assume she still has a shower filter, and I mean it just makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't like thoroughly and personally looked into the science behind it, um, but it's probably good for you. So I'm like, maybe she would want that old one that I have. Anyway, I got a new shower filter today because you are supposed to replace them every 2 to 3 months. And one thing I noticed recently was the shower. Normally, it's like one thing I really liked about the shower head was it was just there's a lot of coverage, right? Sometimes you just get like a few like large streams of water that are going out there, and then sometimes it's like a regular like kind of garden where it's like there's a lot of them, but it's terrible pressure. Um, yeah, I love the coverage on it. It's just a lot, and then it literally makes the water feel softer, which is pretty cool. And also somehow it makes the water more comfortable at cooler temperatures. Not sure how it does that, but it works. Yeah, so it's quite nice, and I got my replacement filter today, and I looked at the old one, and I was like, wow, that's kind of gross. So I could tell that stuff's really working, especially because like when I unscrewed and looked inside, I was like, wow, that's dirty. Um, Anyway, so I replaced the shower filter, took a shower after my run. The run was good, and now I'm back here. I did finish the smoothie, and I think I did before now. Before this, I was just doom scrolling, which kind of sucks. Didn't mean to do that. Whoopsies. And also, I do need to go to bed. It is 12:40 in the morning, but it's the weekend, so it's okay. Um, one more thing, man. One more thing. What do I want to say? What do I want to say? It was relevant to like right now. Yeah. Okay. Big W incoming. Okay, check this out. I asked my supervisor, can I come in, uh, at 8:30 from now on. And he said, yes. That means that we can actually roll out the plan, getting back on the dream sleep schedule, 12 to 8, clock in at 8:30, full 8 hours of sleep. Now, this does mean that we will lose half an hour on our 8-hour day unless we take half an hour out of our lunch break. That's the plan moving forward, and I think that's going to be really good. I think losing that half hour of break will be okay because we'll get that extra half hour of sleep. I think that extra half hour of sleep is much more valuable than the extra half hour of kind of just like, watching Netflix or whatever. Um, so yeah, we're gonna do that next week. We're gonna have our day planner. It's gonna be good. I'm still talking, and I need to go to bed. So I will see you all tomorrow, Sunday, for the end of the report. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday, the end of the report. Oh, I forgot to get my journal. Hold on. Back it up. Okay, here we go. I'm a little tired at the moment, but it's fine. Or maybe not really. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of hard to tell. So I guess we'll start with today's events. Today I woke up at about 10, I think. I did doom scroll late last night, which was kind of an oopsie on my part, for lack of a better word. Yeah, so I slept until about, I want to say 10 or 10 something, and church is at 10:45, so I missed that. Whoops, not a huge deal. After that, I came back, I made scrambled eggs and toast. Quite good, quite good. I don't think I like the taste of eggs, which is weird, because I used to, and I am still kind of on that kick of, you know how, like, there's, many things in life are subjective, like music, that was the biggest one I was thinking of, but also, like, think about how someone's, like, favorite color, right? Like, why do they like that? Or, like, what determines, like, what kind of, like, why do they like music, right? Or, like, why do they like the kind of music that they like? I think flavor is also subjective, like, even more so than, music, because with music it's like, oh, it just depends on, like, what you like the sound of, right? Like, I listen to music that I like because I like how it sounds, right? People eat food that they like because they like how it tastes. But what determines what someone likes in terms of flavor, right? Because, like, I think it's like almost like a cultural thing where it's just like you just eat whatever you perceive everyone else to perceive as good, right? So it's like if I give my kid a blueberry and I say, "Hey, these are really good. You should try them," and then he eats them. Whenever he takes them from me, he's getting that preconceived notion of, "Oh, these are good. I probably will like these," right? And then he eats them. Does that at all affect whether he likes blueberries or not, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what determines whether someone likes? And like we grow up eating food that other people around us eat, right? And I feel like usually we end up liking it. But, like, there's nothing, like, when we're born into this world, I think there's nothing that, like, determines whether a flavor is good or bad necessarily. I've thought about, was it, like, your sense of taste, I think, is actually optional. Because if something is bad, like, for example, if something's rotten, it will smell bad in addition to tasting bad, right? Um, or, like, feces. Those smell bad. You're obviously not supposed to eat those. But, like, think of something like, like a vegetable or like a cooked steak, right? Like, the smell of that is good, right? I can't remember where I was going with this. Um, but the flavor, there's nothing really telling you that the flavor is good or bad from the smell. Well, no, because it smells good. I guess vegetables kind of smell kind of like plants and dirt, right? Perfectly good for you. Very good for you, in fact. But, like, that smell doesn't tell you that it's good, I think. I kind of lost that whole train of thought. But my point is that I'm pretty sure flavor is subjective, and I'm pretty sure I can mind over matter myself into liking things. I had another tin of sardines this week. This one was, last one I got was sardines and soybean oil. This time I got soybeans in spring water. I think the oil in oil usually tastes better than in water. I've done that before with my was it tuna. The tuna tastes better in oil than in water. It was a little bit harder than usual to eat because Ink was sitting across the table from me, constantly saying "ew," but it is what it is. Um, anyway, flavor is subjective, right? Right. I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure I can just kind of quote unquote force myself to like things, or train myself to like things. Because there are, of course, I'm sure everyone's familiar with the phrase "an acquired taste," right? Um, that's how it is. I think I just need to acquire more tastes and then I'll like more things. Not that like my palate is too small, but I just think it would be good to have a larger palate. I want to see if I can, mind over matter myself into liking stuff, and I kind of have succeeded with that already, with the sardines kind of thing going. Because like I said, the texture is really weird because sometimes the fins can get a little crunchy, but the flavor, not bad. Also, quite good macros on it. Yeah, I can't remember how I started this whole thing. I was talking about what I did today, or at least I was supposed to be. Oh yeah, because I talked about I got on that whole tangent because I was talking about eggs and how I didn't love the flavor of the eggs, so I put a bunch of cheese on them, put some ketchup. Yeah, for breakfast I had scrambled eggs and toast, and it was good. After that, I had an energy drink, my homemade energy drink. I sipped on that while playing. I played a little bit of Helldivers. After that, I played Dredge for way too long. I played for like an hour. That's already up on the channel. Um, and I played one more mission of Helldivers because I recorded for way longer than I even like thought I would. Like before I knew it, I had played for an hour, and I was like, "Oh, what are we at? Like 20, 30 minutes?" Nope, it was an hour. Very good fun. Very very fun. Looking forward to the next episode for sure. Um, After that, I think I played one more mission of Helldivers because I still had some energy drink left, and then I went to the gym. So this week was fitness week, or at least that was here. You can't tell. The goal is right here. It's got four things written on it. I think if I remember correctly, you guys saw me write it. It's fitness. What does it say? Fitness, art, music, cooking. So this week was fitness week, and the goal was to work out 4 times a week. It was to do 3 rounds of cardio and then one regular workout. So the 3 rounds of cardio technically went fine. The first one, I went on a run, then I played badminton, and then I went on a run again, and then today I did my usual calisthenic full body workout. Um, I guess, okay, I think we'll talk about that later when I talk about the goals. I don't know. The workout went pretty good. I didn't reduce my rest time a whole lot, which is what I wanted to do. The first rest, I did only 4 minutes, and then the second rest, I did do 8 minutes. And then I did also just walk for 8 minutes afterward, just to make sure that I wouldn't pass out or anything or hit the ground whenever I got home. Because that did happen one time, where I was like, oh, I feel good, I think I'm going to go home. And then I drove home and I kind of fell over on the floor in the bathroom for a while, which is fine, I think. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that goal, that's completed. Fitness week is completed. Next week is art week, where I'll be learning art stuff, I guess, is the plan. Okay, so then, still on today's stuff, after the workout, I went to my dad's house and I had some chicken. It was quite good. And then I also practiced most of piano. There's a few songs that I didn't practice because I didn't have my headphones and wanted to practice with headphones. Um, and I came back and then I recorded some Ravens Watch. So this is the first day ever where I have recorded 2 gaming videos in one day. Unfortunately, I did not get to record 5 like I wanted to. I did have time for that, but it was a little difficult to do back-to-back episodes, especially because like my throat was kind of dry after like 1 hour of doing that. I could have just had some water, but I was like, I'll just I had other plans as well. Anyway, yeah. So soon, maybe one day, I will do all those. Like technically, like was it the rule for Gris, which is still technically on the recording docket, is after I record all 5 series in one day, then I record an episode of Gris, which is probably not how it should work, but I don't know. I don't want to abandon the game because I started it, which means I'm going to finish it. Even if it takes forever, I will do it. Similar to how like some of the goals on here have been up here for absolutely forever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really, I mean, hey, they've got in progress marks. I'm making progress on them, slowly but surely. I probably should focus on them more. I also did not do as much instrument practicing this week as I wanted to. But this week I was just busier. Like I said, things just happen. Sometimes it's like I want something huge to happen in my life spontaneously, right? But like in terms of like daily stuff that happens, most of it feels fairly spontaneous. Because the only things that I do regularly every single week, Monday through Friday, work until 5 p.m. Okay? After that, Monday through Friday, nothing. Only exception Thursday evenings, I've got music lessons. Saturday, I've got Bible study. That's mostly optional. I will totally cancel that to hang out with a friend. Sunday, church, also optional. I'll cancel that to hang out with a friend. It's mostly just stuff to fill time. But like, so those are the only things that are guaranteed to happen, quote unquote guaranteed, to happen every week. So like, other things that I'm doing just happen. Was it Monday? Monday was fairly standard. I think Monday was the most standard day of the week, and then Tuesday, can't remember what happened. We'll get to that in the journal, I guess. But yeah, so things just end up happening. Oh, Tuesday was I think that was when I played outside. I think. Anyway, I need to get back on track to today's events, which I don't think I ever finished. Oh yeah, I recorded an episode of Ravens Watch. That was all well and good. Then I think I played like one more Mission of Helldivers. And then I think that's about everything I did. I took a shower as well. Recorded Ravens Watch. Yeah. I've got pretty much one piano practice in. I needed to practice guitar today too, but I kind of ran out of time. Whoopsies. Yeah. And I think that's everything for today. So let's talk about the goals now. Let's go for whatever's on there still. The March goal of do one thing is going good. Originally, I was like, I'm going to put one check mark on it per day, and then that got kind of annoying. So I'm like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an X on it every time I have a day where I feel like I did nothing, which has only happened once so far, so that's going pretty good. The whistle goal and the handstand goal. Whistle goal I didn't do because I've just been forgetting about it. Handstand goal I totally forgot about, didn't do that one. The guitar catch up still in progress, and oh boy am I like this close to finishing that one. Resin goal still in progress technically. I don't know if my coworker is still working on it. I have pretty much given hope at this point, but yet I'm still carrying around, ever since I commissioned the project, I've been carrying around cash in my wallet so that I can pay him if he ever finishes it, just as a gesture of goodwill. So fitness week was completed. The dailies, I got 1 out of 7. It was just on Monday. Not necessarily bad. Like, there's nothing bad about things happening spontaneously. The whole purpose of the Chronicle was to fill time, kind of, and to make sure I don't go insane, but while I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is okay to not do the goals. Like, obviously, they're up there to be done, but I think I'm not going to beat myself up too much if, a week like this happens where it's like, I'm just busy. I'm just doing things. What things? I can't remember. That's what the journal's for. It remembers for me. And I think that's all the goals that are up there. Yep, fitness week was completed. Next week is art week. And also, this week I was supposed to wash my face every day to help reduce the acne. I think I washed my face 6 out of the 7 days of the week. And I mean, like, what do you guys think? Does my face look less acne than usual? I feel like it does look quite good right now. And I feel like there were a couple outbreaks earlier in the week, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible, which is good. I don't know if that had a whole much of an effect on it. Yeah, and I know there's no acne under the beard at the moment, which is good. And also, acne is kind of like, it just flares up, you know what I'm saying? It kind of just happens, I feel like. I might continue to wash my face every day. I don't know. The acne doesn't bother me until it gets really bad. And I feel like it did get noticeably bad from my perspective. I don't know if you guys could tell. So that's why I made that goal. Yeah, I might wash my face another week. I don't know. Also, the winter goal technically was completed a day late, which would constitute a failure, except I did do it. So was it? Did I even talk about that? Did I? I feel like I should have, because I don't think I've missed a day of recording yet. Anyway, so the winter goal, to roast an apple over a fire to see if it deleted whatever was in it that made me allergic to it, is completed. Like I said, I did it technically the day after winter ended. But I mean, hey, I still did it. And I'm pretty sure that it did actually get rid of whatever I was allergic to. But it also tasted really gross. It tasted like smoke and lighter fluid, and then also kind of like apples. So yeah, I will not be doing that again, I think. But yeah, I think it did technically work. So now, actually, I've got to make a spring goal. A goal for spring. I am open to suggestions. I don't know what that goal should be. Because, like, yeah, a goal that takes a whole season is kind of how that works. The winter goal for the roasting apple was made because usually, you have fires in winter, and then it's like, oh, roast an apple over the fire. And I did mention that there have been a couple fires that I've been to, I just forgot to get the apple. So for spring, I mean, I don't know. I could try skateboarding again, maybe, because the weather will be nicer. It's kind of the only thing I can think of. Um, yeah. So I need a goal for the spring, I guess. Um, I don't know. Is that all the goal talk out of the way? Next week is our week. Yeah. Yeah. I do want to make more goals. It's just I don't know what to do. And I guess the one of like art is up there still. The one that it's one sticky note, but it's gonna last like 4 weeks because it's gonna last this week, next week, and next week, and then it'll be done by then, I think. But yeah, I guess I don't have to make goals. That's kind of the whole point of this thing. Anyway, I believe that covers today's events and all of the goals that we've got up there. Journal time? I think so. Also, one quick note. This is Weekly Report 53. Now, if you know anything about, I don't know, I'm gonna give up on that phrase. Scratch that. So there's 52 weeks in a year, and this is Weekly Report 53. Not quite the 1 year anniversary of the Chronicle, because I looked at the very first weekly report was uploaded on, I think it was March 25th, which confuses me. I didn't look back and checked what exactly day of the week that was. Um, yeah, it just gives me the day. I guess I could check, but it'd be kind of annoying. But yeah, so 1 year of the Chronicle is complete. Like last week, that was the end of year one of the Chronicle, and this would be the start of year two. And that's just strictly looking at, 52 weeks per year. So I was thinking about doing a celebration, and I kind of want to. I wanted to make like a sort of supercut, kind of, or maybe like a thank you video. Except I don't think it's like normally like big YouTubers they make like a oh thank you for watching, and I could still do that, except not many people watch these. So yeah, I mean it's I think it would still mean something to the people that do. I think. Yeah, I thought about making like a little quick supercut where it's just like it's like a 1 second clip from like every single report, and it'd be like hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone, and then I would say, and then it would just be like clips of me saying like and welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, and then it says to the Chronicle, to the Chronicle, to the Chronicle, whatever, just clips of different weekly reports of me saying hello everyone and thank you whatever blah blah blah. I can do that. I know how to do that. Maybe I should make that a goal. Sure, let's make that a goal. That'll be fun. It'll be kind of annoying, but it'll be fun. It'd be a really short video, I think, unless I want to talk. Maybe I could do like a year in review. I guess I could, yeah, because I do have the pile of sticky notes. So maybe I could like go over all of those. Or like I could read over the journal for the last year. That could be cool. Sure, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Okay, so let's put a goal. I was thinking about making it a YouTube short. If you don't know, a supercut is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a bunch of clips cut together. Supercut. We'll make a supercut next week. Hold on. Don't get your hopes up though. I'm not very good at this, so it won't be very good. But it will exist. So, yeah. That's the goal. We'll make a supercut next week. Maybe a year in review. A year in review would be fun, I think. I don't know. Year in review, it sounds boring when I say it out loud. And I don't know what I would review. Like, these have stayed mostly the same. I guess I did start the gaming thing. And I did, the first episode of the Chronicle did not have, was it like a thumbnail hardly at all. It didn't have, like, the text saying, like, weekly report. So I've made a slight increase in quality of videos, I think. But I mean, I kind of, right out the gate, I kind of started with quality that was to my standards. I kind of knew what I wanted it to look like. I wanted just a thumbnail, like a freeze frame of me, and then I've got to get a ring light so the lighting's good. I've got to get a microphone so it sounds good. I've got to get a webcam that sounds, or well, the webcam wouldn't take audio, but a webcam that looks good. And I feel like the webcam does look pretty good. I noticed whenever I'm recording gaming videos and I have to like shove my head up into a corner. Oh, hey guys, what happens if I do this? What does that look like? I don't know if that's gonna totally break the recording or not. I hope it doesn't. I think what's gonna happen is it'll just shrink my head into a corner and then the rest will be black. But I don't know how it'll look like from your perspective. Maybe nothing changed and I just looked like an idiot for 1 second. Um, anyway, yeah, so when I have to like shove my head into the corner, it looks like the sharpness of the image just gets like dialed up by a whole lot. And I think that's because this webcam is technically like 1080p, meaning it can capture fairly good detail. But I think whenever that gets condensed, whenever I put myself up in the corner, it just looks really weird. Um, but yeah, so it's like I don't think I need to like I haven't improved much like production quality. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there is a formula to how I do my gaming thumbnails, and it's official game art with my brand on it, usually fairly large because I don't want to get copyrighted. But then again, it's like I'm currently not in a position to where I'm big enough, like no one's seeing these enough to where attention will get drawn to it. Because then once it gets attention, if it does violate copyright, then it would, get stricken or whatever. So I put my branding on it, and then I literally take it into MS Paint and I draw number whatever the episode is. I have my MS Paint thumbnails, and that's good enough for me. You know why? Because I did it. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know what I would do in your interview. I'm open to suggestions. Maybe I should, yeah, I don't know. I want to celebrate for fun. I guess I could just, have a drink or something. I don't know. That'd be cool. But yeah, so I think that was, the previous 52 episodes. That was year one of the Chronicle. Yippee! I just wanted to mention that. I don't know. It kind of feels like a big deal, but at the same time, not really. I was thinking about maybe I will tell people about it now, but then again, I don't really like telling people about it. That the rule is, if you remember, I won't hide it, but I won't go out of my way and tell anyone. If it comes up in conversation, or by chance someone walks in and sees my ring light and say, "Hey, what's that?" and I say, "Oh, it's how I make videos," then it happens naturally. That's fine. But yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to tell anyone. Journal time, I think. Whoa. I forgot I wrote stuff in the front of this. Okay. It's kind of weird. Dun, 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 dun. Monday. After work today, I played games, did my dailies, and went on a run. And then the quote is, "So what does 6 hours of sleep do?" Because that was written at 12:21 a.m. That's it. That's all I did Monday. Like I said, Monday was the most normal day, where it was just me at home, kind of. Tuesday. After work today, I played Minecraft with my coworkers. Rest in peace, my dogs and Mac. Actually, update on that. Aldi got the same brand. They actually did get two different kinds of mac and cheese from that same brand. Hopefully, it'll be just as good. So rest in peace, my dogs and Mac. Except they're back now. Big W. Yeah. So Tuesday was me and my coworkers. We got online on Minecraft and we laid siege to the Nether. That was a lot of fun. We did that for way too many hours, pretty much. Wednesday, after work today, me and Ink played outside, and the weather was so nice, we played badminton, and after that we went on the swings and the playground. I was too tired to do much else after that. And the quote is, "I also ate sardines." Wow, that was earlier this week, huh? Seriously? That felt like it was last week. Is this the right week? Hold on. Yeah, it's the right week. Huh, wow. Yeah, so I had sardines in oil Wednesday. Had them in spring water today. Oil tastes better. Get oil. Thursday. After work today, I went to Surfer Girls to help her move stuff and settle in and unpack. I was also too tired for anything else after that. Going to sleep a little early tonight. And that was Thursday. Friday. After work today, I went to Dad's for Laundry with Ink and also watched Mickey 17. And then I roasted an apple over a fire. After that, we tried White Claws for the first time and played Snipper Clips, got Taco Bell, and then played a little more. The quote is, "I'll maybe be there." I texted that to the group chat for Bible study because I was like, I'm staying up late, I'm having a drink, I might not be able to wake up early in the morning. Saturday. I woke up and went straight to Bible study. After that, I went to Surfer Girls to hang out and help her move stuff and unpack. After that, I got groceries, a day planner, went on a run. I also replaced the shower filter and played a mission of Helldivers. The quote is twice as fast as walking. Yeah, so I did want to talk about the run in that experience. And I mean, I guess I can, but at the same time, I don't know. My brain is like, we need to get this done as soon as possible so that we can go to bed. It's not that deep, I think. I don't know. Because I guess I am supposed to take it? I don't know. Because, remember, I asked my supervisor, can I come in at 8:30? He said yes, which is awesome. Because now we're closer to achieving the dream schedule of 12 to 8. We have that now. It could get messed up, assuming I get accepted into college. Also, something went off in my head recently. Because May 1st, right? That was when they said they would have their decision, right? But then something else in my head said mid to late March, and I was like, wait, how is it possible? How does mid to late March make sense if the final deadline is May 1st? But I remember them so clearly saying May 1st and mid to late March. So I'm like, what is going on there? Because, like, I just totally forgot that April existed, because I was like, oh, after March is May. So I'm like, wait, did one of them say the wrong thing on accident? Did I remember it wrong? I don't know. But, yeah. So I can't remember what's going on there. But May 1st. I don't know, because like I said, that date was so concreted into my head. May 1st. Yeah, how did I even get on that tangent? Yeah, the quote, twice as fast as walking, because I was talking about the run. I don't know, I think I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah, so I went on the run. It was fine. I felt good, mostly. And then my brain was talking about how I wanted to go fast to get through, and I was like, it's not that deep. And then I was like, oh, because then I was talking about how my brain's like, I need to go fast to go to sleep. And I was like, it's not that deep because I pushed my schedule back. And then, speaking of schedules, school might get accepted. And then I talked about how the date was weird. Is weird. I don't know. Anyway, so back to the running thing. So on my most recent run, which was Saturday, I went to the park that I went to the first time, and I really locked in on pacing myself and focusing on my breathing, and I made it all the way to the park, which was a 32-minute walk. I made it there in 15 minutes, so exactly twice as fast as walking, pretty much. I made it to the park all the way just fine, no breaks. I took a couple short breaks on the way back, but I still got there in 15 minutes, so that's cool. So my runs are twice as fast as walking, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it didn't feel that bad. I just focused on my breathing. Coincidentally, I saw like this post on Instagram, and it was like, how to run properly. And it was like, pace yourself, don't go too fast. If you're breathing hard, that's fine. Breathe in for 3, out for 3. I was usually doing in for 3, out for 3, maybe sometimes 4. And yeah, the run was good. Good cardio. I don't know how if it affected my workout today a whole lot. But yeah. So yeah, this week was kind of just like work and then a thing and then work and then a thing, and none of it was really planned. Monday, yeah, so Monday was fine. Tuesday, I did plan to play Minecraft. I didn't plan to play for that long. Wednesday, I did plan to play outside, but didn't plan to play for that long. And then Thursday, I think Thursday happened fairly spontaneously. And then I was kind of there for the evening. And then Friday was full of plans. I did laundry and stuff. And then Saturday, yeah. Okay. I think that's everything. Got my day planner. I guess I can start that now. Yeah, I'm gonna do the supercut. Did my dailies once. Waiting to hear back on UMKC. Don't know what I'll do. What was it? Yeah, because we talked about in Bible study. Like, if UMKC goes sideways, I don't know what to do at that point. I do have a little bit of a backup plan, but I don't know. yeah, I don't really want to share it because I don't know if I'll do it or not. I really hope I get accepted because, like, ay, ay, ay. Imagine if I don't. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for watching. This has been 1 year of the Chronicle. And hopefully next year is just as good or better. And I will see you all next week. Bye.